Hello and welcome to Everyday Design Day. I am starting a new series of CSS which will include all stuffs from basics. Let's have a look on introduction. HTML is used for describing the content of web page, not for formatting a web page. In HTML 3.2, fonts came into picture and it became a problem for developers to remember the font, color, styles and many other things to maintain a web flow in their website. This problem was solved by CSS, that stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and from there onwards formatting of web pages started in CSS. CSS separated the HTML content and the formatting part. It removed all the formatting from HTML. It helped us to display our elements nicely. CSS reduced our work with the facility of including CSS files into different pages. We can include just one file into all our pages and we can uniformly arrange our pages. This has improved a lot. When it comes to CSS, we can start with the CSS has three types. One is inline CSS, embedded CSS, and external CSS. In inline CSS, we can include our styling in the tags itself. In embedded, we can have all the CSS in our head portion, where we can include our style and have all the formatting. In external CSS, we can include a different file where we have written our CSS code and will link that file to our web page. Now let's see all three types of CSS in working. The first is inline CSS. Here you can see I have declared a h3 tag in which I have written a style attribute. The style attributes is having a value. CSS always comes in the property and a value pair. You need to define the property and the value of that property. Here I have defined a color and given it a value. Similarly, we have a font family and the value is console as. So you can see the style is being applied to that content. Here I have written it inside the HTML tag, h3 tag, and therefore it is known as inline CSS. Now let's see the second type, the embedded CSS. In embedded CSS, what you need to do is you need to write a style tag in the head part. In head, you need to define style, and in between the opening and closing of style, you need to have all the properties and its values. This h3 is known as a selector. Selector is used for selecting the content in our HTML body. We will select the h3 in our body and we'll apply these properties to that h3 tag. So we'll more see selectors in a further video. But now you can see I have applied the color, I have applied the font family, and here I also applied the text decoration underline, and you can see that the decoration, the styling is being applied to that. Now if we'll see the third part, the external CSS. In external CSS, I told you that you need to make another file and you need to save it through a .css extension. Okay. The second part is you need to link it to the existing file. Existing file in the sense we have the page in which you want to link that CSS, the CSS file which is external. You need to have this line. What this line signifies, the link tells us that there is a file which has the reference style.css. So I am including the style.css in this file. I am linking that style.css in this file. We need to define the type at text/css. We have the file type as it is including text, which is a CSS. We need to define a relation, which is a style sheet. That the file is a style sheet, and I am including that in this file. So here you can see that in this h3 tag, I have given a CSS file reference. This is the CSS file that I am including it, and I have done the text transform lowercase, and you can see all this text has been lowercase. Here I have written it in uppercase, but here in the style part we have done text transformation lowercase to make all the text into lowercase. So this is an example of external CSS. Okay, so basically in external CSS you need to have a link which signifies that you are linking the file. In inline CSS you will include the style in the attribute, and in the embedded part you will have a style tag, and in between those style tags you need to have all the code of your CSS. These were the types of CSS. We will explore more on CSS in our further videos. Till now, keep on watching Everyday Design Day, and for any queries, please comment